Hello, this is Dave Parrish from Knack Builders. I build Knack apps. I also like to help out in explaining how certain things work by doing these video series. Today I'm doing one. Knack announced a few weeks ago they would be changing from Google Maps to another system called Here Maps. Now I have several apps that I use maps in, so I was curious how the change would be. They said it's going to be seamless. So I thought I'd check it out. This would be a short video, but let's jump into it here in just a moment. Thank you. Okay, folks, I'm back, and here we are to talk about Knack Database's recent transition from using Google Maps in their live apps to Here Maps. Here's how I did this. When I got that notice a couple weeks ago, I thought it might be a good topic for a video. So I did a screen recording of an app I have that uses maps, so we can capture how they look and operate. Obviously, once they transition, which they have, over to Here Maps, the old Google Maps won't be available readily to look at. So we got Here Maps on the right and Google Maps on the left, at least for me. So the first thing you see is the two maps. These are Chicago, an app I did there. They look pretty similar. In fact, I would say that I like the Here Maps better. A little more clarity, a little more color, a little more definition. Some small things are different that I can tell. This one highlights Navy Pier right downtown, and this one you just see it, it doesn't. But this one draws in more of the neighborhoods. Other items like scrolling in and out, searching, filtering, all those seem to operate pretty much exactly the same. Grabbing your records and finding more detail is all exactly the same as far as I can tell. Now I did some research on Here Map. I had never heard of them, but I wanted to check them out. The reviews are very positive, well received. Apparently they've made a lot of progress over the last few years of improving their system, so Google probably has a little bit of work in terms of competition there, but we'll see. Now, another way I check this out, we're looking here at these two. They're the live app version. So this is how your user interface is. So I want to look at the back end, and this looks pretty much exactly the same. The one I have called up here in front of you is for Here Maps, and it's the live one now where you configure how you want your map to operate, look, and the various other functions. I didn't see any difference here whatsoever. So, obviously this is the Knack's interface that then communicates with whatever it needs to at the map service side, but I did not see anything that's different here at all, which I was pleased with. So generally, what I'm going to say is it was, in fact, a seamless transition. Now, maybe there's some higher functionality that someone uses that's far from basic, that may have some subtle difference, but I really didn't find it. And one other thing I looked at, just because I was curious, I know when you export records that drive a map, and you have an address, or anything that drives or has an address in it, I believe also exports the latitude and longitude. I've always noticed that. Sometimes these aren't available straight in your object, but a address type field will produce these that you can see on the export. I compared these numbers. This happens to be the Here Map export, or once they were using it. They're exactly the same out to, as far as I could see, all past the decimal. So again, that may not even be driven by the map. It might be some other service or functionality. Probably is driven by the map, but it doesn't matter. They're the same. So on that end too, So looking at this three ways, interface, the back end, builder, and even these exports of real detailed lat long, I saw no difference, and I didn't have to do anything. It just showed up when they made the transition. You can now tell it's here maps. So I give it a thumbs up. I'm sure the usage of my clients aren't going to have any issue with this. I have several apps I've built that use this function. So no problem there. If you like the video or want to subscribe to my channel, you can do that below. Otherwise, hope to have a new video out soon, and appreciate you watching. Thank you.